I have one question in regards to the seasonal workers. If this could be done also to teachers, the ones who are almost retiring or 3 years retiring in special skill subjects like physics, maths, TD, in areas which they are required like Australia, New Zealand, or other Pacific Island countries. So that's my question. And it could be controlled by the Ministry of Education, so not any ad hoc manner is done or any agencies. It should be done by the Ministry of Education. That's my question.
In fact, just to explain to you the Pacific Labour Scheme, the way it works is that we don't hire the people. So anybody that wants to go and work under the Pacific Labour Scheme, they have to register with NEC, which is the National Employment Centre, and all your details and CV is there. And then when recruiting agencies come from Australia, they are the ones who do the selection. We don't have anything to do with it, which is actually a good thing. Because otherwise, somebody, I went somewhere and somebody said, oh, you're only selecting people from the Central Division, not from the Western Division. But we don't do the selection. We facilitate the application, facilitate an NEC, we give all the information to them, then they choose. As I said, some teachers have already gone to Australia because those skill sets were required. You can also similarly do that. I don't know whether NEC, you can still register with NEC. There's nothing stopping anybody to register with NEC. You can register with NEC. Whether they'll come and hire a teacher through that recruiting agency, I don't know. But they have actually taken a lot of teachers too in the recent past. So there are availability, but the Pacific Labour Scheme works in that way. We don't have anything to do with it. The recruiting agencies do. The Ministry of Education, for example, even if you wanted to apply, the Ministry of Education won't have a say. Because it's a liability issue also. If we recommend you and you turn out not to be a good teacher, we'll be held culpable. If the recruiting agency comes, I'm sure you're a good teacher. If the recruiting agency comes along and then they recruit, then the culpability or the liability lies with the recruiting agency, not with us. That's how the scheme works. At the moment, like for example in Australia, there's a huge demand for people in aged care homes.